Well, we learned about this fine company from our friends at StockNetwork in Toronto, folks. It is Auriga Gold Corporation. Very nice situation. It's not only gold, but it's also copper, the platinum group of metals, and nickel as well, with three primary properties listed here on their map of Canada. We have Richard Sutcliffe. It's Dr. Richard Sutcliffe. He's a PhD and a professional geologist as well. Richard, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Steve. It's a pleasure.
Good to have you here. Highlights planned near-term gold production, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We acquired the Maverick Gold property in Manitoba approximately 12 months ago, and we've got a fast track to production with this property by virtue of the existing resources and infrastructure.
Well, it looks like all the price of all of these metals that you're dealing with are going up week by week, aren't they?
Absolutely. Well, especially gold, and of course that's our main focus at Auriga. We do have the other properties, but our focus is really driving the Maverick property into production. And obviously, with the current gold prices, we're excited with that opportunity.
It's a big area, folks. It's, 6,600 hectares is something like 15,000 acres. That's a big piece of property. 43101 resource at Puffy Lake, right?
That's absolutely correct. We just completed the 43101 resource. We acquired the property with a historical resource, but we've quickly turned that into 43101 compliance. There's a total of about 730,000 ounces currently. We're drilling to expand it. But along with that, that resource comes an existing mill on site, and it's in really good shape. So that's what gives us a fast track to production.
And that's what we like to see, folks. We like to see companies that are building their resources with 43101 reports that are fairly current and companies that are near term to production. And that's typically the optimal time to be investing in their company and their stock. So you're telling me, Richard, that a year from now, 2 years from now, this is going to be a much different company, isn't it?
Absolutely. Our objective is to be pouring gold by the end of next year. We think that's a very achievable plan given the resource and that infrastructure and the current gold price.
There's also a copper and gold property and a Fox River PGM property, right?
Yeah, those are properties we actually acquired before Maverick. They're not the focus of the company, but they're still valuable, and we will be looking to utilize some of our exploration talents to increase the value there. But certainly, what we're really stressing for our investors is that near-term gold production at Maverick.
All right, and that's in Manitoba province, right?
Absolutely. A Flin-Flon area of Manitoba. It's an area with some very significant existing mining infrastructure. It's a great jurisdiction for mining. They're really encouraging the jobs and the wealth creation that mining brings to that area, so it's very well situated.
Richard, at Maverick, how does the gold present itself, at surface or at depth?
Well, it's primarily an underground deposit, Steve. It's high-grade quartz veins. The deposit is fundamentally an underground, but we're going to tackle some of that from the surface to start, and that's one of our advantages too. It does come right to surface, and we're going to utilize some surface starter pits to get production up and running quickly.
There's a long history of mining here, folks, as Richard says, good infrastructure on the property and government support. So this is a nice situation, folks. You want to go to aurigagold.ca for Canada. Now, let me spell all of this for you so you can write it down. A-U-R-I-G-A for Auriga, aurigagold.ca. That's the place to start. There's a Canadian ticker symbol on the Toronto Venture, which is AIA.V, AIA.V on the Toronto Venture, and there's also a QX ticker symbol, which is AGRDF. Do I have that correct?
Absolutely.
All right. U.S. ticker symbol, folks, is AGRDF. Remember, on any of these companies, you can go to StockNetwork.com as well and check out their press releases, and they cover them as well from an investor analyst point of view. But go to aurigagold.ca. I think you'll enjoy learning about this company. A lot of good things are about to happen. So in the next year, it's going to be a very exciting time for Richard Sutcliffe and his whole team there, Dr. Sutcliffe. Richard, good to meet you on the radio. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Steve, and we look forward to keeping you and your investors in touch with our progress.
Great.